Okay, let's discuss it. And I'm going to claim we have a function, and the function is a function of x, and typically we say that's equal to y. And what's that going to be? 3x cubed minus x squared plus 3. And taking derivatives is rather simple, but they say take the derivative of this particular function with respect to x. And the way we write this down, we just simply either write down f prime, which indicates the derivative of f with respect to x, or we write down dy dx. And what does that mean? We're differentiating the function, which is 3x cubed minus x squared plus 3, with respect to x. Well, here's my deal about this one over here. By using rules, super simple. 3 times 3 is 9. Reduce the exponent by 1, that would be x squared, minus 2x, and that's about it, all right? So that's pretty simple. Now, I know in the last example I went to the whiteboard, and before I do that, I want to claim that that was easy to get, all right? 9x squared minus 2x. I got to be honest with you, what happens with a lot of students is following the definition, all right? So I want to point out what the definition is. I'll write it down for you. The definition, f prime is equal to the limit as h goes to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x over h. I want to point out, that's all I'm writing down here. I'm writing down the definition. This is f of x plus h. This is f of x, and this is h, right? The problem now becomes, can you simplify? And I know it's tough. I'm not saying it's going to be easy for you. But what I'm going to say is doing this thing, it's really not as bad as it looks. All right, let me erase this business over here, though. And I gotta work through my key now. And what I'm looking forward to, can I get this thing? Now, I'd hate to think you're just going to accept it. But what I want to do is, I'm going to do some work on the piece of paper over here. And I got to cube that thing. Right, so let's put that down. So it's going to be 3. Let's see, that would be x cubed plus 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubed. Well, that's not so bad. I just did that. All right, then what do you got over here? Minus, this will work though, I know that, x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Well, that's not so bad. I got that done. Plus 3. There's going to be some work over here. And I'm looking at it, and I got these 3 things down here. And while I'm at it, I might as well write this down too. Minus 3x cubed plus x squared minus 3. So here's my problem over here. I need to look at this. And I need to see if it gives me this over here. And that's my struggle now. So let's go through it. I'll write down one step at a time. That's 3x cubed plus 9x squared h plus 9x h squared plus 3h cubed. Right, I just distributed 3 across those 4 terms. And then it's going to be minus x squared minus 2xh I'll write that down here. And then minus h squared minus 3x cubed plus x squared and then minus 3. Well, you know what? I forgot to put the 3 down, but I see that canceling off anyway. Let's see what we get. Nothing. Let's see. That's nothing. So let's see if we get what we said we're going to get. 3h cubed. I see that. 9h squared x. I see that. 9x squared h. I see that. all right? And then minus h squared, I see that. And minus 2xh, I see that. So I'm pretty comfortable that that led to that, and that's something you want to struggle with when you're looking at an answer key. Right, so I'm going to erase all my chicken scratch over here. I'm very comfortable. And we're just, again, talking through using the definition to get there. All right. Now, of course, someone says, what's the next thing to do is, well, the limit says the h isn't equal to 0, so I could divide through by h. And if you did that, every term on top will be divided by an h. So 3h cubed divided by an h is 3h squared. 9h squared x divided by an h is 9hx. 9hx squared divided by h is going to be 9x squared. H squared divided by h is just going to be h. 2hx divided by h is just minus 2x. And now what I'm looking at, well, basically limit laws, but here's the deal. H is going to shrink towards 0. So I hope you realize that any term with a factor of h in it just disappears. So what are you left off with? 9x squared minus 2x. Quite simple, all right? Now granted, this is more detailed. It's a lot more work. And what I mean by that, when you're doing that, make sure you understand the rules, right? Because the rules and the definition better be leading to the same answer. And if they're not, you're probably doing something wrong. And I gotta be honest with you. The most likely place you're doing something wrong is actually in the definition, not the rules. The rules are rather simple. Thank you.